Hello everybody, this is Henry Liu. It's 9:09 a.m. 24th of June 2009. We're looking at the market today and we're seeing a sense of risk appetite brought by the better than expected US durable goods release. Because of that, we're seeing some reaction in the dollar yen pair, and also we're seeing some reaction in the pound yen and the pound dollar pair as the market is buying more of higher yielded currencies, and we're seeing that the bond market yield is going up and the equity market futures also is going up. So with that in mind, we're gonna wait until 10 o'clock for the US new home sales, and we will react to the news and see where the market's gonna go, and then we'll follow the market. And one interesting thing is that at the same time, 9:30 a.m., we're also going to have the UK inflation report hearings. Several key members of the MPC, including the Bank of England Governor King, are going to be testifying in regards to this report. So it could be a pretty high impact report for sterling, and it is supposedly going to start around the same time of US equity market open. So expect some volatility and be prepared to enter a trade around that time. So I'll be back around 9:30 in about 19 minutes. We'll look at the market and then we'll wait until 10 for the new home sales. Okay everybody, it's 10:02 a.m. We just got the new home sales data coming out. It's 342k versus the 360k expected, so it's about 18k less than expected, and our deviation is 70k, so we did not really reach our deviation. But because of that, I think we're again looking at kind of a risk aversion type of sentiment, and with the range that the market has been prior to the release, which has been pretty risk appetite, I think it's safe to assume with the ranges of the current trading levels, especially with the pound dollar pair, I think it will be a good entry now to enter a sell, especially on the pound dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a sell on the pound dollar, and the entry is 1.6490. And what I'll do is I'll just wait for the market to react, and then I'll come back in a little bit and basically give you a little more insight on why I took this trade as we look at the result of this trade. Okay, thank you. Hello everybody, this is Henry. It's 12:44 p.m. and we are reviewing this trade. As you can see, we're up about 66 pips from the entry. And basically what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and take profits, because around 2:15 p.m., which is about a little bit over 90 minutes, we are going to get the FOMC statement and the rate decision. So even though I do not expect to have any surprises there, but it's always tricky when you're trading a statement. And just to make sure that we keep our profit, I'm going to go ahead and close this trade right now. Go ahead and close it. As we can see, we are going to bank the 66 pips of profit. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Okay everybody, basically I wanted to take a moment and explain the reasons behind this trade. Let's take a look now at the 4-hour chart of the pound dollar. Okay, as we can see, ever since the 3rd of June, we tested the 166.61 handle, and we came back and we retested at the 11th of June around the same area, and again today we tested the 16600 handle, and we're unable to break that high. So in essence, what we're doing is we're selling at the top, and especially this happens to be a strong resistance point, and unable to break that resistance point, we are obviously seeing a reversal from that point. And normally I would put my target somewhere around this area, the 162.66 area. But because we are looking at the FOMC meeting decision, I'm just going to go ahead and close this trade early and keep my profit as much as possible. So one of the reasons is the technical reason that we're hitting a strong resistance area. And if we can break above this resistance, let's look at a bigger time frame chart on a daily chart. If we can break above this resistance, I think our next target, it could be as far as the next whole figure, which is 170. But since we are unable to break above it, I think what we're looking at is a retracement back down to the nearest support area, which is the 162.50 area. Now, I'm not going to go into detail explaining why this is 162.50 is a good area for resistance, but as you can see, just by looking at how I drew this line right here, as you can see that visually it is a resistance area. So I'm gonna go ahead and put together a video so I can explain this thing in more detail, but this will be the target that I'll shoot for. At least I'll keep 25% of the original position so that eventually this will go down to that area. So one of the reasons that I entered this trade around the 64.90 area is because of the market hitting a top resistance. Number two is because we're around the market cycle area, and around 9:30 when the news came out, as I was explaining, the news was kind of bearish. It wasn't extremely bearish for the market, but it was somewhat bearish because it did miss expectation. And as I explained with the existing home sales, today with the new home sales, we do have the market expecting to see a better number, but instead we got a worse number, and that's bringing the sentiment of risk aversion coming back. And because of that, and because of the bearish sentiment, we're seeing the market reacting by selling off the sterling and buying US dollar. And one other thing that I wanted to take a moment and bring to your attention is the fact of what I call the 3 sessions rule. And I can't get into the detail of the 3 session rule, but just give you an idea is that if you can see the way that I set up my chart, you'll see that the starting of the day, that's when this is what I call the day indicator. This is where we start the day, from this very point, and we start the day with 164.54, and all the way until this area, that's when the Asian session closes. And then we have the market going all the way till around this area, that's the London session, and then we have the US session opening. Now the 3 sessions rule basically means that it's very rare to have 3 sessions, meaning Asian, London, and New York session of market going in the same direction, unless we have an extremely strong sentiment driving it. And you can go back, you can look at every day from the Asian open till the New York close, that you will rarely see 3 straight sessions of market going in the same direction. There's always going to be, especially if the first 2 sessions were going in one direction, like we have seen here, that we have the Asian session going one direction, and then at the start of the London session we push all the way up to the 16600. Basically, based on the 3 sessions rule, I'm looking for a reversal trade at the top of that. So the direction of this is also going to be a sell, just based on the 3 sessions rule. So Basically, I look at the 4-hour, look for the resistance area, and that's +1 for the sell trade. And then the 3 sessions rule also add to the confirmation of a sell trade. And then also the market cycle, which we're hitting the 9:30, 10 o'clock time, and that's another market cycle. That states that we're rarely going to see a breakout around the market cycle time. And if you understand the idea behind the market cycle is based on psychology, and also based on the normal flow of layer on top of the trading activities. So based on that, we're not likely to see a breakout on top of that. Added to my weekly outlook, which I have boldly suggested a sell trade at the 165.50 area, pound yen at 160.50, and basically I've said that market has been unable to break the current range, and it is reasonable to assume that we're looking for a short-term top, okay, or a strong USD support area, because the US dollar has been hitting a support area that we're looking for a bounce back. It's tough to predict the direction of the market, but I'm fairly certain that at least we're gonna look at this week of a reversal, okay, for these trades. So based on these 4 conditions, because the resistance that I show you guys with the 4-hour chart, because of the market cycle, knowing that it's already 10 o'clock, that we're very unlikely to see a new high with the European closing about an hour and a half, and with all the news out of the way, and with the 3 sessions rule that we made the high during Asian and London session, and also with my weekly outlook that we are unable to break this high, and not only looking at this currency but also look at other currency pairs, that we're really hitting up on an area that is just screaming for reversal. So that's why we entered this trade, and it paid off. 60 pips is not bad, and if we could make 60 pips every day, it would be very profitable. You could double and triple your account every couple of months by making 60 pips every day. Anyways, I hope this analysis would help your trading. I'm gonna put together more videos for you guys based on the 3 session rules, talk more in depth about market cycle. I'm gonna also talk about a little bit more on the resistance and the support areas, give you guys more examples, so you can follow this on your own trade. So that's it. I'll look forward to put together more videos.